Hello and welcome. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Vindicator. So the Vindicator is the next ship in my cruiser line, and that means that this is a Class B ship with no restrictions on starship design. Has to have at least 2,000 cargo capacity, 500 fuel, a cargo hold, armory, and an infirmary. Beyond that, basically anything goes. Now, the inspiration for this ship was from a build that I saw on Reddit on the R Starfield ships subreddit. However, the one that I saw on the subreddit there was a vanilla build, which means that there's no ship flip glitching going on, and it was also only 2 wide on the top. So I wasn't sure exactly how the ship was built because there were top views, but there were no bottom views for that ship. So I wasn't sure exactly what was on the bottom or what habs were used or anything like that. But I kind of like this whole top look and the thought of hiding most of the weapons on the underside rather than the top side where we usually end up placing things. So I decided to take what they had done and build my own variation. And for this, I went ahead and built 3 wide, made this a Class P, and you may have noticed right down on the bottom, the Ares Bridge, underslung. So, this led to a couple of fun things. First off, if you are looking to go ahead and have a ship that you are just going out and exploring with, and you're not really making much use of like the beds and the mess halls and so on like that, you can get to everywhere that you would need on this ship without needing to go up a single ladder. It also has enough cargo capacity that you can go for an extended voyage without any worries. You don't need to come back immediately because, well, you hit a single POI and you're out of space already. So, entering this ship, we can see we are in a 1x1 companionway with the docker located right there. So, this is the central access point for the ship. On this side, we have the Stroud Armory. On this side, we have the Stroud Infirmary. Right over here, we have the Nova Computer Hab. And then we have the cockpit. Now, for this ship, because of some of the other habs that we have on board, the extra crew capacity that this particular computer core provides us is unused. So this hab is literally I needed a 2x1 to extend the length here, so that way I could place the cockpit where it is, but literally any hab can go here. So if you want, say, full access to absolutely everything, maybe consider going ahead and making this your armory and putting your workshop right over here. And let's come on over here into the space. You can see there is actually, that's just a normal hull. Can't really tell that there's any ship flip glitching going on up here. There's a small amount that is clipping into the top of this, but I literally couldn't tell you where. Oh, maybe that little spot right there. Who knows? But you can see we've got a decent view out of this. And if we have landed, we still also maintain a decent view of the ground as well. So let's go up that ladder. Going up 1 level, we find ourselves in the Nova Galactic 2x3 mess hall hab. This is one of my favorite habs because it provides both the mess hall as well as some crew relaxation spaces. On over here, we have a 3x1, and this one happens to be the Dymos all-in-one, but this could be literally any 3x1 that you want. Keep debating about going ahead and making this the Dymos living quarters. Then we have the Hope Tech Hab Spine, which is leading us into the Stroud 2x1 all-in-ones. And then coming on over to this side, we find that replicated with the spine leading into a 2x1 all-in-one. So far that is 12 beds on this ship, which is more than sufficient. Coming up this ladder, we find ourselves in the Dymos 2x2 engineering bay. Do note that this engineering bay does provide 2 crew capacity, and that's also why I said that computer core is more or less irrelevant. Directly off the engineering bay, the captain is very happy to sleep next to all of the heavy mechanical equipment that's in there, but at least he has his own private bedroom. Then coming back, we find ourselves in the Hope Tech 2x3 cargo hold hab. Don't worry, you only have to go up 2 ladders to load all the cargo in here. Got a strong back, right? Alrighty. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this ship is built. Ugh. Alright, so step 1 is to go ahead and get our gray, and then our red, and then this should probably be another gray. There we go. Colors are in our palette. Now we can select everything and delete it. Okay, so how are we going to build this ship? First off, we're going to grab the shipbed 200 landing bay. Then whatever your favorite companionway is. And then we're going to come on down here and grab the Stroud, and this is going to be the infirmary. And then we're going to grab the Stroud, and this is going to be the armory. And then your favorite 2x1, which for me I went ahead and grabbed the Nova Galactic Computer Core. And then to make it easier for all of my later glitching, I'm going to go ahead and grab my cockpit right now. Let's see, Ares DS40.2. And since I'm here anyways, might as well grab the Docker. Alright, next, on top of the companionway, I'm going to go ahead and select the Nova Galactic 2x3 mess hall. Then I'm going to go ahead and select the Dymos 3x1, and I'm just leaving this as the all-in-one berth for the moment. Next up, I'm going to duplicate these upwards temporarily because I need to flip glitch or duplication glitch my hab spines and also my all-in-ones. Now, technically, I suppose I could go ahead and make these 3x1 all-in-ones instead of the 2x1s. However, I was concerned that the Ares bridge, though you can't see the clipping into the bridge from the bridge, you could probably see the bridge clipping into a 3x1, whereas you won't see it clipping into the spine or the back corner of these 2x1s. So let's go ahead, duplicate, down, and that duplicated everything. And then I can go ahead and delete this top layer. There we go. And you can see, as I mentioned, it's slightly clipping into the corner, but it's clipping in more on the spine. It's just you don't really care because it's just like some attachment points. Alright, next up, I'm going to come on up to the Dymos, and I'm going to grab the 2x2 engineering bay, place it right there. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab the Hope Tech Captain's Quarters. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab the Hope Tech Cargo Hall. And there you have it. That is all the habitable portions of this ship. Alrighty. So what's next? Let's go ahead and start placing some structural elements. So first things first. Nope, that wasn't there. Actually, yes, that was. Okay. We're going to go ahead and stick on some nose bees, duplicating the correct thing. Next, I'm going to go ahead and grab a Dymos belly, place it underneath this open spot on the engineering bay, and flip it to face forwards. Next, above that, I'm going to go ahead and grab the Nova weapons mount. Here on the weapons mount, I am going to go ahead and place my weapons. And for what is attached here, I have the 4 PBO 175 auto helion beams. Okay, all of those are attached. So now I'm going to duplicate this, and it duplicates it downwards. And you can see there might be a little bit of clipping with the helion beam into the all-in-one, but you couldn't see it from inside, so I don't really care. But there is some clipping on the Nova weapon mount into the Ares bridge. Again, you can't see it from inside, but that's why you can't just place it and then plop your weapons on. Alrighty. Next up, let's go ahead and start adding some structural elements here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm going to grab the Dymos bumper mid. Duplicate that, and then flip it into place. And then grab that again, duplicate it there. And then I'm going to come on down here to the Nova, and I'm going to duplicate or place a cowling, and then place a cowling. And then I'm going to come on down here to the Stroud, nose cap D. Then I'm going to remove this cowling, place the nose cap D, and then flip the Nova cowling back into place. Next, I'm going to come up here and go leave that off for just a moment. Grab some bumpers. And before I can finish this, I need to go ahead and grab a nose cap 2B. Now, one of the things I do want to note here is the nose cap 2B does have attachment points here for normal structural elements, not just weapons. And that's why I'm using it, rather than, say, 3 of the nose cap Bs. But I'm going to take a second one. I'm going to flip it into place so that it is now 3 wide. Alright, so I've gone through and I've put all of this in place. And then on the back of it, I'm going to go ahead and place an engine. And this will go ahead and be the SAE 5660. Let me just duplicate another one to right there. Next, on the underside here, I'm going to go ahead and place an NG20, an NG20, and then right here I'm going to go ahead and grab the structural Tayo cowling, And then I'm going to go ahead and find my Nova cowling. And I'm going to flip that into place over this NG-20 landing gear. Alrighty. Now that I've done all of that, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate all this work on the other side of the ship. And there we go. All duplicated. Now I just need to grab this engine, and then right over on top of these two, I'm going to go ahead and place a tire cowling. No, and duplicate that. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab my reactor, and then I'm going to grab my grav drive. And then I'm going to come back on over to my structural tab. And it's time to add all of the HopeTech Cap A's. All right. Now that they are all in place, it is time to go ahead and add my cargo. So for my cargo, I am running Polo 2020s, and I placed 4 of them on this ship. All right, what is next? I still have 2 errors. I need to assign my weapons. We'll get to that in a minute. But more importantly, I need to go ahead and grab my fuel. So what fuel did I stick on this ship? Well, I have 1 Atlas HE tank and 2 H30 Atlas HE3 tank. Where did I put them? Well, I hid them right over here. There we go. That's 1 placed. And then I can come on over here and do the exact same thing on this side. Now I will note that if you didn't want to flip glitch these, just stick them on the engine. But there's already enough flip glitching going on that I'm going to assume that you are okay with that if you are copying this ship build. Alrighty. So, now the only error is we need to assign weapons. Well, before we do that, let's go... Oh, and I also need my shield. Where did I hide my shield on this ship? Maybe it was right here. here. There we go. And now you can't see it. Perfect. Mission accomplished. Alrighty. So now that we've got our shield, let's go ahead and put our additional weapons on. So in addition to the PBO 175s, I'm also running 3 Vaporizer 35 MeV auto proton beams. There's one mounted on the side of the nose cap, and then the other 2 are mounted on the underside of this Nova cowling. Then over here, I'm going to go ahead and place my Exterminator 95 auto helium beams. There we go. And as you can see, that is the ship. So now I need to just color it. Nice black and red. And then assign my weapons. And there you have it. That is the Vindicator. So let's go ahead, run on back, and take it out for a test drive. And taking a look, it looks like I rebuilt this ship out of some captured components. So I need to briefly repair it. And we have the Valentine. Let's pretend we didn't see him. 4 targets. Let's go ahead and start by blowing him up. Alright, that's 1 down. Alright. Let our weapons recharge a little, and then we will dive him. Alrighty. And they didn't even finish breaking our shield. However, what did break is a lot of rocks. Let's go ahead and see if we can find some ship parts. 1. And one ship part. Good enough. Hop on over to this hostile activity. Looks like we got 3 targets over here. Whee! Can I repair fast enough? Oh, I made it. Whew! That was close. Alrighty. Alright. So, let's go ahead and see if I can get one more engagement. Oh, stop boosting. Alright. And a prophecy. Alright. There we go. So, if you watched all the way to the end, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all those YouTube things. And otherwise, I will see you in the next one.